It's Friday, July 14th. I'm Jasmine Anderson. Good morning, everyone. Topping your headlines is a story you'll see only in Newsday. A convicted killer claiming he was pushed into a life of crime. Brian Rivera testifying he suffered violence at the hands of his dad, causing years of anxiety and paranoia. The now 35-year-old went on to say the alleged childhood abuse pushed him towards drugs and eventually murder. He is serving 25 years to life in prison for taking part in the 2006 killing of Thomas Herzberg. Rivera wants his sentence reduced under the state's Domestic Violence Survivors Justice Act. A lot of unanswered questions this morning after human remains were found in West Islip. State troopers say a driver made the disturbing discovery yesterday morning after stopping on the side of the Southern State Parkway. Investigators say it's too soon to identify the skeletal remains, determine a possible cause of death, or estimate how long the remains had been there. A Bellport man deemed a persistent violent offender before learning his fate. Johnny Funderburg, who has multiple prior felony convictions, including attempted robbery, was found guilty last month of numerous drug and weapons charges. Prosecutors say the 38-year-old also sold heroin and cocaine to an undercover cop on 2 separate occasions back in 2021. He was sentenced to 35 years to life in prison yesterday. 6 teenagers busted, accused of breaking into and vandalizing a building on the former Dowling campus in Oakdale. As Newsday has reported, a group of teens were caught on camera roaming around the vacant building back in May. You're getting a look at it here. Anti-Semitic messages were later found inside, but it isn't clear if the recent arrests were linked to that graffiti. And Suffolk police are looking for another group of boys who broke into the Idle Hour estate in Oakdale last week. Police say the vandals broke several windows and damaged items inside the building. New York may have to go to the drawing board when it comes to congressional district lines. A state appellate court panel ruled the map-making process should be redone. That means this map showing Long Island districts might be changed. Newsday's Albany Bureau Chief Yancey Roy explains why this could be a big victory for Democrats.
Essentially, the courts today sided with the Democrats, saying last year was just a one-off because they had to get a map in on time for the election, and now it's time to start over. But for right now, what it means is that Democrats would have a strong hand in redrawing the map for the 2024 congressional districts. They could shift seats in their favor. And with Congress, control of Congress separated by just a few seats, what happens in New York and what happens with these lines could impact which party controls Congress.
Yancey Roy reporting there. Republicans are expected to appeal the ruling. For more on the story, click Get More below the NewsdayTV video box. Long Islanders are being urged to conserve water.
We are declaring a drought emergency. Despite significant rainfalls in upstate New York, we still have significant problems within our system.
The Suffolk County Water Authority has now adopted an odd-even lawn watering system, and they're telling customers not to turn on their sprinklers between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. because the water will just evaporate. If people don't conserve on their own, the Water Authority says it may be forced to impose water use restrictions. A North Fork vineyard has just been named the Winery of the Year. Pontotoc Vineyards won the 2023 Governor's Cup in this year's New York Wine Classic. The competition highlights the best of the state's wine industry. The vineyard in Aquabog also had 7 of its wines recognized. The New York Wine Classic included 749 entries from 108 wineries from across the state. Congratulations. Happening today, the annual Wounded Warrior Ride is kicking off in Lindenhurst. The 25-mile course will take riders from Babylon Town Hall all the way to Overlook Beach. The event raises money for the Wounded Warriors Project. Scattered thunderstorms today, highs around 81 degrees. Tonight, thunderstorms continue and we're in the low 70s. Tomorrow, isolated thunderstorms are back in the mid-80s. And here's a look at your futurecast. Expect on and off thunderstorms throughout the weekend. A look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Watch Newsday TV on the big screen. Use the remote to activate Siri, Alexa, Roku, or the Google Assistant on your streaming device. Say, install Newsday. Newsday TV, covering Long Island like no one else can.
It's the summer's most prestigious international art event, and it's happening in the Hamptons. Elisa DiStefano has your look at the Hamptons Fine Art Fair.
It is the art event of the Hamptons. Here's a look inside the Hamptons Fine Art Fair. The prestigious art show is in a custom-built 70,000 square foot pavilion on the Southampton Fairgrounds.
This is the largest I've ever done, the largest art fair ever on Long Island. We have 140 exhibitors from 14 countries around the world, all together in the building. $400 million of art.
See multiple Picassos to commemorate the 50th anniversary of his death. The work of some of the most prominent blue chip masters. A tribute to Norman Rockwell, to paintings featuring local landmarks from Vietnam vet and East Ender John Malillo.
I paint my East End heritage. To be in this show, which is the biggest art show in the Hamptons, just an honor, a privilege, and I'm just so happy to be here.
There's art of all sorts, including an art glass gallery by Roslyn native Abby Modell.
My collection is inspired by the infinite reflections of the night sky. So I work a lot with mirror and reflecting objects, Swarovski crystals, faceted glass, and I want everybody to have a happy experience and feel really good about coming here and enjoy my work. This group is called the Cosmic Butterflies.
So how long would it take you to create one set of three?
These collections took months to make.
All of Abby's art is one of a kind.
This is a celestial waterfall, and this is my interpretation of what water would look like in outer space, and it's really fun.
There's over 800 artists being represented here. Treasures for every budget. We started at about $10,000, sweet spot's about 30. We go into the hundreds and thousands, into the millions.
So whether you want to buy art or just come and appreciate it, the Hamptons Fine Art Fair is here through Sunday. For Newsday TV, Elisa DiStefano.
Feed Me is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
A brick oven on wheels. Erica Marcus has a look at Josie's Pizza Bar in today's Feed Me TV.
It looks like you're going for sort of a Neapolitan.
It's kind of just, I don't know, it's just me. It's
Pizza alla Josie.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Meet Josephine Giglio. She's not your average pizza maker. Her pizzeria is a 28 by 8 foot truck.
Trucks are looked down upon, right? Like, I can say that because I was a pizzeria owner, and that was my mentality, right? And now that I'm a truck owner, there really is no difference. I like the taste of tomato, right? I don't like to mix tomato with like sauteed onion and all that other stuff. I feel like you don't really then get to taste how good the tomato actually is.
The one con about being in a truck is that you have the space that you have to work with, and you have to learn how to work with it. So when somebody is in back of me, like Isabella will be in back of me topping pizzas, I have no other choice but to put my arm and my hand in the oven. It's what we work with.
To me, it's about the dough.
The goal is to not miss a flavor.
Right.
And how they combine together.
One of the great advantages of having a pizza truck is that you're mobile. You don't go anywhere.
I don't mobilize the mobile unit.
Okay.
I like the thought or the aesthetics of having a truck on a lot and building around it, right? It's something different.
Yeah.
And I think people are drawn to it because it's different.
In Garvey's Point, this is Erica Marcus for Newsday TV.
Tasty. For more on pizza trucks, go to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Get more of the stories you've seen on Newsday TV at Newsday.com. Plus breaking news, investigations, things to do, restaurants, and other Long Island news you can't get anywhere else. At Newsday.com, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Happy Friday. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast.